pretty remarkable that we're already coming to this point. So we're going to cover a lot on the NBA. And, of course, big-time news with Kyler Murray. Lots going on. It's going to be a great show. How are you doing, Trevor?
I'm doing great. I'm ready to get to it. It's going to be a fantastic show, our 99th show of all time. Blue Collar Sports is moving on up, and I'm ready to get to it today. It's going to be a great show.
I am doing great as well. I know we talked a little bit about it this morning, but I watched Trojan War last night.
Okay.
You've been telling me, You've been wanting me to watch that one for a while, and I will say, if you have not watched that, it's a 30 for 30 Trojan War on USC football. I am not a fan of USC football. I know you loved that team, but man, that's a great documentary. Definitely check that out.
Yeah, make sure to tune into that one. USC is great football. Needs to come back, and it's good stuff. Reggie Bush in those good days. It's a very good one.
Well, Reggie Bush technically never went there, never played college football.
I don't want to hear it.
Which you'll find out towards the end of that documentary. But we are going to start with a guy that is deciding to play football. That is Kyler Murray. Big-time news broke yesterday, and I believe he did it through a tweet announcing that he is going to go pursue football, and he is fully committed to becoming an NFL quarterback. We had a debate about this. This is breaking news. The A's, I saw a report, are saying they're getting mixed messages and that there is still a chance he'll play baseball. As of right now, I would figure he's going to go towards football, and he seems to be committed to being quarterback. What is your take on that?
Yeah, Kyler Murray, he tweeted this out. I sent it to you actually when I saw it, that Kyler Murray is dedicating all of his attention to the NFL Combine and being drafted as an NFL quarterback. And this is the best move he could ever make. We had this debate. He was on the baseball side. I was on the football. And he's going to be the first athlete ever to be drafted in the first round in the MLB and the NFL.
Same year.
Kyler Murray, this is a good decision here because there's more guaranteed money in the first round in NFL than there is in baseball. Plus, there's more endorsement money in football, and you get more attention. Why go to baseball when you're going to be stuck in Stockton? No one's going to be watching you. Or go to football where you're on Sunday nights and everyone's going to be watching you, making money in endorsements. It's a great move for Kyler Murray.
Be stuck playing at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's a very good team. They were in the playoffs, AFC Championship 2 years ago, so I don't want to hear nothing. Kyler Murray could take him back there. He's better than Blake Bortles right now. But it's tough deal for Scott Boras, the agent. He loses Kyler Murray now as he is only a dedicated baseball agent. And he has Bryce Harper, who's not signed yet, so he's not making any money on these dudes. Kyler Murray leaves Scott Boras for a new agent in the football world. And so Kyler Murray will be a football player now, and it's the best decision he could make.
Yeah, Scott Boras and Rich Paul are big losers for agents in the last week or two.
Rich Paul's a great agent. I don't want to hear it.
But, I don't have anything against this decision. I do think it's a good idea to make it clear which one you're committed to right now. Don't go back and forth. So I do agree with him in that. I still think baseball is the better option. I know football. I know the money's better right now. There's more guaranteed money at the start of your career. There's more money right now. But I mean, you talk about you got guys. He takes a shot from Aaron Donald. I am not 100% sure he's going to get back up. His career is a lot more in jeopardy when he's playing football. Baseball is much more sustainable, and I don't care. And first of all, hats off to Kyler Murray. This is an incredible decision to have to make. You have to choose whether you want to be a professional baseball or professional football player. That's a pretty remarkable accomplishment in itself. So congrats to him. I just hope he chooses what he's most passionate about. I would not factor into the money right now. You're going to make money regardless. You're going to make more than enough to survive and live on any sport you choose. I would go with passion, and I worry that he's making this decision because football was what he just ended up with. It's what he recently played, and he's making it just because of everything that happened. Winning the Heisman, I'm sure, definitely helped prove that he could be in the NFL. And I worry that it's in the moment type of decision, whereas baseball, I think, could be his lifelong love. And I don't want him. I mean, you choose football. You go all out on football, especially being a quarterback and run as much as he does. You take one shot. You're not going to be able to play baseball or football again. Baseball, you could always have more of an attempt to come back. So that's where I worry that he made the wrong decision here. I just hope he chose what he's most passionate about. And if it is football, congrats to him. I just hope he's not looking at money as the deciding factor in that case.
Yeah, none of us know really which one is the most passionate he is all for. But I do believe it's football, and I believe he's going to have the most fun playing football. We see how much fun he was playing at Oklahoma. He was flying all over the field, doing everything he can to win games, won the Heisman, took his team to the college football playoff. I think that was more fun to him than anything he's ever had in baseball, and that's why I think he's going to the NFL, and he's seeing what these quarterbacks can do and how much fun they're doing. He wants to be the next Russell Wilson, and I think he has a chance to do that. and I think Kyler Murray made a great decision.
So now looking towards the draft, you've got Dwayne Haskins kind of emerged as the favorite quarterback, but now that Kyler Murray is fully committed, he's joined into that conversation. Drew Lock has always been in conversation. Daniel Jones from Duke. Where does Kyler Murray rank right now for you in your quarterback draft standings?
Yeah, for me, I'm not really a big quarterback guy in this year's draft. Dwayne Haskins is a nice player. He's got a great build, but he's not the quarterback I would want to build around. But he should be the first quarterback taken, and Kyler Murray should be the second overall quarterback taken in this year's draft. Okay. His height, of course, does scare me. His weight scares me more than his height. He needs to gain a little bit. He's 185, I think, right now. Needs to be more like 210, 215, I think. But the height's okay. Russell Wilson, Drew Brees, they could do it. I saw a stat where Kyler Murray only had 5 deflected footballs this past season in college football. And Joe Flacco led the league in deflected passes, and he's 6'6", one of the tallest quarterbacks in the league. So that's more about mechanics and where you could go with the football. Kyler Murray can escape the pocket. He can make stuff happen. So that doesn't really concern me. It's about his weight. He needs to be more durable. And I think Kyler Murray will be the second quarterback taken, and he's going to be top 10 in this year's draft.
Yeah, I do think he'll be top 10. As of right now, the latest mock draft I saw from Mel Kiper had Dwayne Haskins as the only quarterback going in the top 10. That always seems to kind of be the early mock drafts, quarterbacks, but then once we get closer and closer to draft time, teams start to trade up and teams start to become more quarterback heavy. I think last year we saw, 4 quarterbacks go top 10?
Yeah.
Did Rosen went top 10?
Rosen, I think, was 10
was
or
10th,
so.
I think. So we saw 4. This year I don't think we'll see 4. I do think we'll see 2, maybe 3. Then you look at potential fits. I know Arizona is the number 1 pick. They just got Rosen, but is Rosen the guy for the new system they're bringing in? We'll see. There's been reports that they may be interested in a quarterback. So we'll see what happens there. For Kyler Murray, I really, from a fan's perspective, want to see him go to the Giants. To see an offense with Kyler Murray, Saquon Barkley, and Odell Beckham. I don't know if it would work in the NFL, but I would just love to see it. I don't like the Giants. I don't care for the Giants, but I would love to see it as an entertainment standpoint. But I know Jacksonville's a potential destination. Miami is in need of a quarterback. Denver might be looking for a quarterback. So those are some teams that may look to trade up or go after a quarterback come draft time.
Yeah, but probably the favorite fit I do see him possibly is a Miami Dolphin, but I do like the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's why. Baltimore Ravens have Lamar Jackson now. That's because they have a great running game and a great defense. I think the Jaguars can build their team just like the Ravens do, surrounding them by great defenders, have a great solid defense, and then you have Kyler Murray in there. And you build a great running game with Leonard Fournette, old school team, and then you could kick it out of Kyler Murray however you want, just like the Ravens do with Lamar Jackson. So I think that's a great fit for the Jaguars if they could pull that off and be more like Baltimore. The Arizona situation is very interesting here because Cliff Kingsbury has expressed his interest in Kyler Murray. He said if he had the first pick, he'd take Kyler Murray when he was back at Texas Tech.
Now he has the first pick.
And I know the whole Cardinals department is not totally sold on Josh Rosen. Not everybody wanted him to be their quarterback, and there's mixed reviews on how his season was. And so I think there will be people that want Kyler Murray to come in there. And that offensive line is atrocious. So if you can bring in a great running quarterback like Kyler Murray is, he's going to be able to escape the pocket and make things happen that Josh Rosen can't do that. So I think Kyler Murray might be a really good fit with Cliff Kingsbury if they do that. But for me, Kyler Murray is a very far reach for a number 1 pick.
Yeah, and if I'm Arizona, I'm giving Rosen more of a chance. Last year, he had Steve Wilkes as his head coach, who's a defensive-minded coach. Only had 1 year with him. It was a new system, new situation. I think he was kind of thrown into it after Sam Bradford struggled early. I liked Rosen a lot. He was my number 1 quarterback going to the draft last year. So I'm not bailing on him yet. Now he's got an offensive-minded coach. He's got a chance. It was his first year, so I don't go after and get a number 1 pick. I don't use it on a quarterback. If someone does want to go get a quarterback number, if I'm Arizona, I'm definitely looking to trade down if you could acquire more. Because of how loaded defense, I would go defense if I was Arizona in this one. But we'll see how it'll play out. It's going to be really interesting to see at the Combine. I think this QB class has a lot more questions than answers right now with the big-time names up there. So that's definitely going to be interesting to watch. Do you think Kyler Murray could contribute right now? After his rookie season, do you think he could be a rookie starter in the NFL?
I think absolutely he can be. He could be on the Jaguars right now. He could be a starter in Miami. He could be a starter for Arizona right now if he could be, if there was no Josh Rosen. So Kyler Murray could be a starter. If Lamar Jackson has success, I think Kyler can too.
It'll be interesting to see. Definitely going to be something interesting to monitor, and we'll definitely cover more of that as it develops. Moving to a different topic now, we're going to talk about something that you did this weekend where you spent your time, and I'll just let you get right into it.
Yeah, I took off to Pebble Beach, a great place where I witnessed the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am, the golf tournament this weekend. It was fantastic. Thursday through Sunday. It actually got rain delayed for a little bit on Friday, a little bit on Saturday, and so we didn't get a winner until Monday morning. They finished all 18 holes, but it was a great tournament. Saw all the pros, Phil, DJ, Spieth, all the great dudes, and then we saw a lot of celebrities like Aaron Rodgers, Wayne Gretzky, just great guys. Larry Fitzgerald was there. I talked to him for a little bit, and so it was great seeing the pro athletes paired up with the great golfers, and it was a great tournament. Phil Mickelson is your champion. He was finished with 19 under, and is actually his fifth Pebble Beach Pro-Am win at that course.
He loves Pebble.
And so Phil Mickelson felt right at home. He dominated. It looked good. I saw him play. He was feeling well all that weekend. And so for me, I don't know if this could be a sign for what's to come in June. I don't know if you have any predictions coming up, because the U.S. Open will be at that Pebble Beach course, which it was a few years ago when I went there actually as well. So I think Phil Mickelson's feeling good right now. He loves that course, and things can turn out in his favor in June.
I truly think it's his last chance to win. So U.S. Open, if you guys don't know, is the one major Phil Mickelson has not won, the last one to complete his Grand Slam, which is a huge accomplishment in golf, is to win every major. It's called the Grand Slam. The U.S. Open is the one he has not won. This year it's at Pebble. He loves Pebble, so we'll see what he can do there. But, yeah, ended at 19 under. Shot really well, and if you guys can see my hat right now, I'm rocking the Pebble Beach hat. I appreciate that, as well as a gift here from Trevor. But I wanted to ask you about seeing the connection. I know a lot of these players and personalities like to talk to the fans while they play and like to engage. One guy, I'm not sure if we haven't talked about, one guy I saw that was there, I haven't talked to you, Patrick Reed, last year's Masters champion, very, very well known for not being liked in the golf community for his attitude. Did you get a chance to see him at all, and did he interact? I've always wondered how he acts at these fan events where people really don't like him.
Yeah, I saw him tee off on one of the holes there. He didn't really engage too much. He was talking to his caddy. He was paired up with one of the celebrities, the amateurs. Not sure who he was with, but no, most of the pros were actually pretty quiet to me. Dustin Johnson and Spieth were very quiet, I thought. Phil was actually the most expressive. People were talking about Phil, saying, "Hey, Phil, let's go, keep it up," and he, turned around and waved, and he was all happy. And so most of the time, these guys are actually pretty quiet, unless people are really barking in them. They're going to go over and say a few words, or usually they go to security and say, "This guy needs to tone it down a little bit." But no, most of them were actually pretty quiet.
It's a fun way to kick off the golf season, but now as we approach this weekend, the Genesis Open, which is at Rivera Country Club, kind of really kicks off the PGA Tour season. I was doing some research on this tournament. Rivera Country Club is the host for it, and this is actually a club Tiger Woods has never won a PGA Tour championship, and it's the course closest to his home. He grew up playing this course, but he's always had trouble playing it. He is in the field this weekend, so it'll be interesting to see how he plays that. But some other big tournaments coming up. Players Championship, always a huge one. Big purse there. Big opportunity to win a lot of money there. That will be March 14th through 17th. And, of course, the Masters. Cannot wait for the Masters. That will be April 11th through the 14th. Golf season is here.
Absolutely. That will be in Augusta, of course. And I wanted to see if you guys, or Seth, you saw Tony Romo, of course. He was all over social media. He was killing it on the golf course like he does in the broadcast, like he did on the football field. He continues to be the hottest trend in sports right now.
I did see him shank a drive pretty bad.
Yeah, you're right.
Into the woods, but I did see him chip from the balcony.
The deck, yes. I was standing right there. I saw exactly where he was.
That was pretty cool. Put it a couple inches away from the hole. So Tony Romo, he's been killing it in the sports world for sure. Definitely having a better career off the field than he was on the football field.
And he had a pretty good career on the field, so he's going to keep it up, and he's going to be a great guy. Everyone's going to love watching him.
Well, we hope you love watching this. Stay tuned. We got plenty more for you today. We're going to move to the NBA for a lot of today's show, and that is coming up for you next segment. We got lots of good stuff on the NBA, lots to talk about, so that is what we are coming with next. Stay tuned.